and practical, like starting from what Jayant has been talking, Sindhu's been talking, Ravi's been talking, right? I think Ravi's journey has been the most inspirational one. Like watching him from day one to what he is today, he's spoken whatever he's been doing. And very few people actually do that, right? I think Ravi, you're doing amazing.
Awesome.
And, I look up to you as an inspiration, like, if I am also consistent, probably even I'll get there too. And yes, Sindhu and Jayant are always, and even Sarva, like always the most energetic speakers and the fresh perspectives you bring along, guys. I think it's amazing. And though we've been hearing this, the same words again and again, but the way it's been presented kind of makes it more interesting. And yeah, absolutely love today's session. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome, Vinny. Thank you. Thank you, Vinny. Anybody else? Ankit, do you want to share any thoughts? I think you have not spoken so far. Uh,
Yes, sir. Today I prepare a short story. Can I share?
Ankit, we can take it next time because we are running out of time. And before
Okay.
we hand over to Vinit, yeah, any thoughts about any of the speeches which you liked? Any in just a one line or two lines, maybe you want to share?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, a great round of applause for all the speakers and a great participation from every one of you. Thank you for making this event a great success. Thank you. Over to you, Vinit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashish. So let's give a good round of applause to Ashish.
Vinit,
Not
thank you,
easy to
everyone.
do the hosting part. There are so many elements that you have to take care, which is done at the background. So Ashish, thank you for managing all that.
Thank you,
And
Vinit.
particularly when, so I was actually in midst of multiple things, and then laptop also crashed. So when you have one problem, then you have second, then you have third, then you have fourth, isn't it? All right. So I think I was hearing this session on vision and mission, right? What is the difference that we understand from vision and mission? I was very confused about this vision and mission, converting from vision to mission. What are your thoughts on this? How do we convert from vision to mission? Not how, but basically what is the difference between vision and mission? Sometimes it looks very similar, isn't it? So anyone has any thoughts on that? What is the difference between vision and mission?
Vision is like, I mean, you have a value system, right? So it's like you follow that path. It's not like there is no end to your vision. And mission is like you like a milestone for a longer period of time. So that's what I mean. I
Yeah,
see
that's
that
a great
difference.
definition. And how is it connected? How is vision and mission? Are those connected or can they be independent? Vision and mission.
Vision is a larger picture. It's like your life's essence or goal as a whole, what you want to do. And mission is something which you are, taking some steps. Like we have a milestone, no, or 10th and 12th, graduation, post graduation. So these are kind of be like a different missions of our life. But the ultimate goal is like being educated. So that's how I can differentiate. Like mission is a vision is a entire whole picture, and mission is like different steps you are taking to reach at that step.
Great point of view. And I think that's quite important. Any other thoughts? Any other perspective on vision and mission? Anyone? So somebody's child is shouting. Who is that? Who is that? No. So yeah, I think what Dr. Nidhi does is exactly what is vision to mission. For me, I think anything that vision is like you started thinking about something, some aspirations are there, some goals are there, right? And there will be a point where when you will want to convert, it gets converted into a mission, right? So this is another perspective. I think somewhere it's related. One is larger vision, then smaller aspirations, goals, and another is you start with a vision, and then through that vision you create your own mission, right? And all the big discoveries, all the big things that starts with the vision and then goes to the mission perspective. Another highlight of this today's session was journey mode versus. I saw some amazing discussion going on this, right? Journey mode versus. I am really fan of that. So most of the time we should be in the journey mode, but then goal mode is so important, right? And I see there's a big conflict here. isn't it? So when we say people who love goals, they hate about the fact of how can I forget about the goals. People who are in the journey mode, they hate about this fact that sometimes it sounds very uncomplimentary, right? So let's have and because today's discussion was all about vision to mission, that's why I wanted to, not that it's something that I'm asking which I know. It's just a kind of, we'll try to co-create something, we'll try to understand, even I am trying to understand, even I am trying to figure out, right? And let's have a very fair thought, let's have very open discussion, right? What do you understand? Don't think some anybody there's any teacher who is grilling you, iska matlab kya hota hai, uska matlab kya hota hai, ye kya hota hai, wo kya hota hai. It's just an open discussion, right? So from journey mode, and this is very interesting when Jayant was explaining this. I'm fan of being journey mode, but then there are people who sometimes are fan of goal mode, right? So do you see any uncomplimentary thing between these two, or goal mode and journey mode? Do you see that conflict? Dr. Nidhi sees that conflict, Ashish sees that conflict. So what is that conflict? I think that's so important to understand. What is this conflict between? I know there is a symmetry in these two, but there is a conflict as well. So what is that conflict?
Being in journey mode is like being in the moment, and being in the goal mode is having the bigger picture. And somewhere like when we are in the moment, we lose the sight of the bigger picture, and when we are always seeing the bigger picture, we don't know how to reach there. So that is where the conflict comes in.
Good point. Good point. So being in a journey mode, so basically goal mode, you don't know how to reach there. That then you have to go back to the journey mode. Great point. Any other thoughts on this goal mode versus journey mode? It's very confusing. I know even when Jayant explained, I got a bit confused. yeah, journey mode, goal mode.
I would like to talk about it from the perspective of my clients. As I'm doing the counseling and people are coming to me and they want to achieve something in their life, but still they are not sure how to do it. First thing, sometimes they are so much involved in their lives, they don't know, they want to achieve something, but they don't know what it is. They are just saying ki I'm in the process and I'm got stuck. Like in the family, I have so many responsibilities. I have my boss's problem, my manager is not nice, and my financial stuff is not going well. So I want to just get rid of this situation, but I don't know where I want to go, right? So for them, making a connection between these two things is a very challenging part.
Yeah.
So in that process, I tell them, try to find it out on a small chunks. Take it like one problem at a time and try to focus upon this thing. If you are having a financial challenges, so what is the thing, immediately what you want to do when you are facing some real life challenges in your day-to-day life, then you are not able to think about like after what is going to happen after 5 years or 10 years, because the main crisis is right now. So in that moment, we need to figure it out what they can do at the moment, and for that thing, what are the immediate steps they have to take.
Yeah.
So again, the goal they have to set, and then they have to take small steps. So these are related with each other, but yes, they are very conflicting, because at that moment I cannot tell them think about after 5 years, think about after 10 years, right? So for them it is paining right now. So this is the point, they have to clear it.
Makes sense, Dr. And I know most of the cases you have is corner cases only. So it won't be very normal cases, right? They will have own share of challenges. Dr. Nidhi being Dr. Nidhi, they will come to her. But in a normal situation, like somebody like me, somebody like Ashish, like somebody like Vinny, like if we in those terms, if I want to have a goal, and then I also want to be in the journey mode. That's so difficult, isn't it? Either I will be goal oriented or I will be journey oriented.
I have taking a case right now, and she's working in a company here. So her manager and team lead is creating a lot of problems, and she's not even able to focus upon it because she wants to prepare for higher studies.
Yeah.
So every time, whenever I'm talking about higher studies, she always goes back to the manager. Okay, he's the one, because of him, I'm not able to do anything. So again, uska goal and mission wala point.
Exactly. सही मैंने कहा ना, वो corner case है, and most of us are not in that situation. right? When people who are sitting here, and so I don't know if you guys know, Dr. Nidhi is a psychological counselor. She is herself a clinical counselor. I don't know, is that so, Dr. Nidhi? Clinical, na?
Clinical, in general counseling these days.
General counselor, yeah. So you can understand the people who have challenges, they will certainly come to her. So even in the coaching world, when I see that something that I can't handle, then I try to refer to Dr. Nidhi, which is quite connected. Somewhere it is connected. But coming back to this, I think this is something again on the same line, like somebody like Sarbajit. Now he has a let's say he has a goal, and then he also want to be in the journey mode. How will that be handled for an I understand somebody who is trying to, he has some challenges and he's going back to one point again and again, then it's a difficult case. Then somebody need some some professional like Dr. Nidhi can help there. But in a normal instance also that happens. Does that happen with you, Sarba, Ashish, or Jyoti? Right, we have a goal, something that, let's say I have a goal to become, let's say, entrepreneur. Like, let's take an example of making an impact and all that, right? But while going through the journey, it's so stressful, right? I'm still here, I have to go there, the journey, then I will stop the journey, I'll start thinking about goal. Sometimes I'll stop the goal, I'll say, okay, I'll do nothing, let it happen the way it happens, right? Does that happen with you guys, or is this only is this something that happens with me?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
happens. It
happens. Yeah. I
Okay.
think like Jen was covering the point, like the journey mode.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes at some point of time we'll feel obsessed. Okay, I have to achieve that goal, right? Maybe I'm thinking too much about the goals only, right? The goal part. Maybe I'm too much goal oriented at some point of time. But again, I have to lift myself up, right? And think from a bird eye view. Okay, if this guy is working on a particular goal, obviously he has to focus on the process as well at the same time.
Right.
Because here the paradox is like you cannot reach to the goal without following the process. So
Exactly.
yeah, maybe you can continue with it. Yeah. Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
good.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, right.
So I mean, we have to. We have to swap the hats of being a goal-oriented guy or being a process-oriented guy
You're
at
right.
the
Right.
time.
Because I think somewhere still it's chicken and egg, but I think goals is probably the most important, right? Somewhere you want to achieve. There has to be some aspirations in life, right? But then the moment you go into that, then this other challenge comes up, right? So
Yeah.
what?
So
Yeah.
one more thing. So when we are in the journey mode, right? So obviously, if you compare it to, let us say, I mean, going from one place to another, like you're going from Bangalore to Mumbai or to Bangalore to Delhi or whatever. So if you go through a journey, like you're in the journey mode, you start the journey, you'll always hit, maybe you'll hit some roadblock, or maybe because as Dr. Nidhi was telling, like a lot of bad weather is now going around right now. Maybe they'll hit a detour somewhere. But it should not happen that if you're not aware of the goal, then the detour becomes like a big roadblock, and then we just like take a deviation and then go off somewhere else, and then we, okay, fine, maybe we just go back because I'm not able to go further. That's what happens, like in a journey mode versus a goal mode. Like when you're in a journey mode and then we lose sight of the goal, then we just like just give up in some point of time. We just like, if you forget about the goal, or forget that, okay, we need to go towards the goal. Otherwise, like if you are always in like switching, as Ashish was saying, if you keep switching the hats, sometimes thinking about the goal, like, and then coming back to journey mode, then we know this roadblock is just temporary. We can take a detour and reach the same place. So that's where I think we should be able
Interesting,
to.
Jayant, interesting. So Jayant added all the technicalities. That's very interesting. I think so. Sometimes you also bring down. So if let's say sometimes a goal becomes so difficult, we think let us bring down that goal, right? I don't want to go there, right? I planned for 100 kilometers away. I will be happy till 5 kilometers only, right? Anything I wanted to become, let's say CEO, I'm happy being senior software engineer. I don't want to become. It's very difficult, right? So now that's a different challenge. So everyone will become mediocre in that case, right? Nobody will be the kind of champ. Nobody will be be the Neeraj Chopra's of the world, right? Everyone will be like Olympic में qualify किया but जीत नहीं पाएगा वो, right? Then again that's a other problem, right? I'm deliberately confusing you guys and trying to bring some more discussions out of here, but can that happen, right? If goals become very stressful, we'll bring down the goal. That's another problem. So how to handle that situation?
But sometimes I feel that I mean that reality, like a goal also need to be set properly, so that if I'm earning 2 lakhs, if I think that by next year I'll earn 20 lakhs, then that's again an unrealistic goal. And
पहले ही stressful goal set कर दिया.
पहले से ही stressful goal रख दिया.
So started with the okay, give me a very simple goal, no complications there. Yeah, that was one perspective. All right, I think we are about time, but great discussion. I just wanted to create this. This is what is called Mastermind Alliance, and there is no right, there is no wrongs. We were just trying to understand what are our perspective. From my perspective, what I feel is you certainly have to be in the. I certainly put myself in the goal mode, at least in the morning and in the evening, right? And that will never change. So once I have set the goal, that I will achieve that goal. Either it take me 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and I'll do that somehow, right? That goal doesn't change. That doesn't mean you have to be, you know that you are going to jump into well. There's a well, and you will still keep on moving. Of course, there are situations where you will change the goals also, but when it is clear that this goal has to be achieved, I go in the goal mode in the morning and in the evening. But the whole day it's about journey mode, right? So for example, if I want to become something, right, I have to, let's say, study. I have to go into, let's say, I need to do, so I need to clear some examination, right? For an example, I have to study, right? I think Ashish or someone was giving that example. If I just think, oh, I have to give the exam, I have to do this, I have to do this, but I'm not performing anything, I'm not taking any action, then again, it's no point. I'll never reach there, right? Work happens only in the journey mode, right? Work never happens in the goal mode. Can you see this? Can anyone do any work in the goal mode? Goal is just in vision, right? We are just trying to create that vision, right? That's where when we are in the goal mode, we are maybe creating vision, but that's how it is connecting, if you see. And the moment I am doing my work, that's where I'm into the mission zone, right? And and if I am able to keep myself in the journey mode, so out of 24 hours, maybe 30 minutes morning, 30 minutes evening, 1 hour I can be in the journey, in the goal mode, but another 22 hours I have to be in the journey mode. If I've planned that, like, let's say I want to become digital marketer, let's say I want to become coach, let's say I want to become tarot card reader, right? Let's say I want to become something, right? So I can't just think about always, okay, I want to become this, I want to become that. And if I don't think about it, then gone, goal is gone. I have to think about it, but then there's a certain time. So that's where I think that visualization in the morning and visualization in the evening happens, right? So in the morning, I'll think about the goal mode. I'll be in the goal mode. I'll close my eyes, think about my goals. I'll meditate. I will do visualization, whatever works for you. That works for me. And in the evening, I'll do it again, maybe before sleeping. But in the whole time, I'll be in the journey mode. That will be connected with my goal mode. There's no point I'm going to disconnect my journey mode in the goal mode. Again, detour can happen. No, I'm not saying that you should always be, serious and always. You should, if you're not enjoying, if you're not happy, nothing will happen, right? That's the base. I think anything will happen only on the base of happiness and joyfulness, right? So this is what is my understanding. Does that make sense to you? Does that, is there any disconnect here? What I said?
No, it makes sense, Vinit. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we were saying the same thing, just different ways of saying it, isn't it? All right. So one important thing I wanted to cover was, how many of you logged into school.peakimpactmentorship.com? Dr. Nidhi did, Ashish did, Jayant did, Sindhu did. So yeah, so I know some of you are facing some challenges because things have changed a lot. And when you are in journey mode, things keep changing, but your goal never changes, right? So Vijay's goal, PM's goal has not changed, but journey will keep on evolving, right? So we have bought this platform, through which, do you remember, it was so difficult for recording and all that, right? You used to ask someone, Jayant, hey Jayant, where is my recording? And Jayant will ask me, and then I'll find it out from somewhere. It was difficult, right? Now what we have done is, if you bought something, then it should be in your kitty itself, right? And so basically, you'll buy the session, and that session will be with you. Just that, I think some confusion came, people who are using it while buying it, while seeing the recording, there's again a small transaction charge, right? overall cost is going to be, for example, if somebody's course is 199, it is going to increase by almost around 50-60%. So 199 will become 299, 299 to 399. But for time being, I think there is a code which Vijay has given either in the mail or you can ask from your coach also. So you can apply that code. I think it's 30-40 rupees you will have to pay because that's a more structured way. So I'll show you quickly. I think many people have this question, how this is working and how do you access the recording. So I'll share my screen. We have just 3 minutes. I think we should be okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, Vinit.
All right. So this is your login. The moment you log in, you may see like something like this. This is our platform. It's created on Newsender, which is, I think we are paying many dollars every month. So this is where you will see all the courses. Right? You have not bought all the courses, but once that you have bought, you will come in the My Courses. Can you see this My Courses? So basically, I have these two, which I have already bought. Right? 5 easy ways to find your direction in life. And then I can actually, since I had already seen the original, the overall session, but let's say if I want to see initial days of weakness and interest, then I can start directly from here. It's a very structured way, and you can directly go to that point and then start playing that video from there. Yeah. And also then the question answers that has been added, those are also there put separately.
I have a question related to the Saturday's recordings. I had a conversation with Vijay recently. So he was telling me that we have to purchase them for the recording, like 40 rupees charges are there.
Yeah.
So for that thing, there will be a link will be shared.
I'll come to that. I'll come to that, Dr. Nivi. Just give me 1 minute. I'll come to that only. Just after this. Yeah. So I know when Vijay has told me that you had doubt and he explained to you, and that's where I thought other people might also have this doubt. So let me explain that. Maybe all of those have been discussed with you, and in the end I'll also tell you the code and all that. Yeah. So this is where I think you will get all those things. Now let's say there's a new last Saturday we have attended a session, for example. I'll take one. It has, I don't know if it has been uploaded. There will be a separate link that will be sent to you. Let's take this example, 3 traits of a go-getter. I have not purchased this one. Right? So I can enroll in this course. So people who have already attended, they have a, because many of you have, some of you have not attended, I'll not give the coupon here, but they will get a separate coupon. If you don't get it, ask from your coach or from me. And this will be for, I think, 40 rupees or something if you have already attended the session, right? But if somebody who has not attended, then he has to pay the whole amount. If you have already attended, just check with your coach. He will give you a code. With that code, so there is one code which I think for PIM folks, Vijay has already given. What was that? Off 40, I think. 40 off or.
I guess the screen has got stuck somewhere.
Yeah, screen is stuck, Vinit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's showing My Courses.
Okay, just a second. How is it? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but the screen is not working.
Yeah, screen got freezed.
Still not working? Okay, just a second. I'll refresh it. Let's see if the refresh works. What do you see now? Is it there or shall I share the screen again?
I guess you have to reshare.
Okay.
It's still same.
Let me share again. Stop share. Is it visible now? Is it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible now. Yeah.
All right. So I'm just picking the off wala code. Anyone remembers what was that off code? 25 off. So one redeem coupon we all can apply is 25 off. So we all have this. So 25% will be discounted. Anyone, even if it's for a new guy who has not attended the session. So similarly, Dr. Nidhi, for people like you have already attended the session, then you will get another code, which will, when you apply, it will be for, I think, 39 rupees, 40 rupees, something like that. So, so that's a kind of convenience charge for this platform and all that. But overall cost will also be increased. I think for you guys, it will remain same. So this is what I wanted to explain, all courses. And then there are, I think you will, after a certain time, after 3-4 weeks or a month, you will see hundreds of courses listed here. So you can actually, whatever problem that you have, you can directly go there. Do you have any questions on this, what I've explained? Dr. Nidhi, did I answer that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess once I apply it, then I will be able to have a clarity.
Yeah, you can do that. I think it will just be a redeem. Similarly, cost will decrease, and then you can. And the best part is this platform. So the good thing in PIM is it's not about only Vijay or PIM or coaches. All of you has that opportunity. The courses that are getting built, even I am building the courses on the same platform. So gradually, Ashish will also come to that. Sarba, Vinny, and Sindhu, all of them. And already who are in the coaching, in the communication workshop, you guys also have that opportunity. Most of you already are, Dr. Nidhi and Ravi, right? So tomorrow you guys can launch your own courses of your coaching, whatever your micro niches. Again, I think Vijay will help you in that. What is your niche? What is your micro niche? Maybe it's coaching. What exactly in coaching? For example, I have chosen career coaching, digital coaching, right? What exactly coaching? So I'll tell you the outcome. Last year, I think it was more of the coaches that I was finding in the PIM community. Now I've started finding other companies are trying to onboard me because it's been almost 2.5 years, and I've already contracted with few companies who are doing. Since I'm in my full-time job, I can't do in the weekdays, so I'm doing it in the weekends. So all these learnings will take you there, where you can easily start coaching people. And the minimum that you get from a professional coaching when you're doing is at least 5,000, 10,000 per hour, right? When I say, when you do coaching at a professional level, in PIM community, we are charging very less. There will be people who will be charging you 500,000, 2,000 also. But in the professional community, that's how it goes. And it goes to 1 lakh, 2 lakh, right, per hour. So all these kind of platforms which are being built here will also be available gradually for all the coaches. Right, so start using it. Not since, don't think from the consumer angle, right? अरे अच्छा मेरे को discount मिल रहा है, एक मैं कर लेता हूँ, दूसरे में क्या होगा, ये होगा. Don't think from that. So think from the platform perspective that these are kind of things you can also do tomorrow. And right, so similarly, there is a setup, course and all that I'm trying to create. Other PIM's digital coach, I'm creating a course which will help you in streamlining this whole thing. You think about it. Let's say Dr. Nidhi has good experience in counseling, right? She starts coaching in, I don't know, Dr. Nidhi, if you have already thought about a niche or something, right? Let's say she has niche in life coaching. She wants to create a niche in life coaching. She can actually create her courses, upload those courses on the internet, and anyone can buy those courses. Think about the power of it, right? Once you have put your asset, it's like आपने दुकान खोल ली है, right? And you're not paying too much for that, right? Shop में अगर लोग नहीं आए तो you'll have to close down the shop, but digital shop doesn't work that way, right? So anyone who knows her, and right, idea ads as much she can advertise. Basically, when I say advertise, share within a reference. When Dr. Nidhi does a panel discussion, I see thousands of people liking it, right? So that itself. So similarly, when she will launch course, and same for Sabha, same for Vinny, same for Ravi, right? We all can do that. So all these are platforms which are going to be helpful for all of us. Today we are using it as a student. Tomorrow you are going to be the coach. So that's the power of it. So use it. And if you have any questions, anything, we can always discuss. And let's go to the next level so that you are also having your own digital shop and everything. Yeah. Does that sound exciting?
Yeah, Vinit,
Yep.
yeah.
Very much excited.
Yeah, it does.
Excitement. I have never seen excitement like this. Excitement should come out. Yes. All right. I think it's already 5:36. Thank you so much, guys. I think that's it from today's call. If anyone has any last thought, they can share. Otherwise, we're done. Anyone want to share anything? No. All right, then. Have a nice weekend, remaining weekend, and happy next week. Happy Monday blues. See you next week.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
Bye.
Vinit.
Cheers.
Thanks everyone for
Yeah, thank
joining.
you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks.
Bye bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.